Hello!
Hey!
Welcome to, or back to, Bardic Aggravation. We are continuing today with our How to Improv series. How to improv for role-playing. If you've watched the other two, then you already kind of know we're going to do one of the same basic exercises. And if you haven't, you'll be able to pick this up just fine. But we'll put a link somewhere where you can go watch the other one. We want this to be able to be used at your table, not running around. You're not putting on a show for an audience. You're just sitting at the table playing your game. But, you know, we want to be able to be better at improving. And the goal of this series and our channel here is to help you hone those skills so that you can be more immersive and have more fun at your table role-playing. Because it's a role-playing game, isn't it?
It's always more fun when you role play. Always.
Believe me.
And we like to delve into the things about role-playing.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to redo the yes and with the kind of scenario thing that you've seen before if you've seen this. If not, it's fine. Don't worry. You're not, no FOMO here.
Stop and go right back now and watch every other video.
So just to recap what this exercise is you got two people and you give them a scenario where they need to work together to accomplish some kind of goal, something simple, party planning, whatever it is. Make it a D&D-ish scenario. If you're playing sci-fi, make it a spaceship, or whatever it is that fits your genre. And then one person, shut up. What are you saying?
We have to hide a body.
That could be a good one. All right, keep talking. One person is going to say something that has to do with the plan, and then the other person is going to answer with yes and at the beginning. Yes and can be implied. I would say while you're getting used to this stuff and making it a habit, put the yes and in there, but sometimes it'll just come out and the yes and is implied. But what we're going to do today is put a different twist on it because a lot of us who role play, it's how do you do voices, Some people don't care about doing voices or accents or any of that, and that's fine. You can still role play your character with your own voice beautifully. I've seen it happen a million times. It happens at our table. But if you're interested in trying different voices or trying out a voice or an accent for your character, this is a great exercise to do that in with no pressure. You're not sitting at the table like, everybody's going to laugh at me or You can only practice in front of the mirror so long before you got to put it out there in front of the world. So this is the safe space to do that in. You can fuck it up and you can do that and you can be like, that doesn't work. I'm not going to try another one. Especially this is great for DMs because you got all these NPCs. We've talked about this many times. You got here we're going to talk to the innkeeper, and then we're going to go over to the blacksmith, and we're going to go meet the big bad guy and his minion, and they all got to kind of sound different. So this is a way for you to work on different things. Other channels talk about, we all know, you can speak in a low voice, you can speak in a high voice, you can speak very slowly, you can speak really quick. We all know that. We're going to show you how to do it, how to actually play with that and do it so you could practice this yourself in a practical environment with the help of a buddy or a friend or a fellow role player, hopefully at your table.
Or a homeless guy off the street.
Or a homeless guy off the street. He'll do it for a beer and a sandwich. So what I have here, and you can do too, this is not a book, it's a box. Oh, you didn't see that coming. So I just wrote down different, you'll see as we play, but different types of personalities or voices, right? So you're going to draw a piece of paper out of here, and that's going to be the type of character voice you're going to use while they're doing this back and forth thing. So, without further ado, let's see what happens. I'm going to give this box to these two clowns, and they're each going to draw one out, and they're going to do a yes and back and forth according to this.
All right, I will take
the box, Brandon.
the book
Take
from
it.
you.
It's the book box. As always, with these exercises, and I'll reiterate this time and time again, don't worry about getting it right. That's the kiss to death. You're not trying to, this is an experiment. It's an exercise. You're not trying to get it right at all. This isn't even a rehearsal.
There's not even a right way, is there?
Yes.
There's
way.
no wrong way.
There's no right way, but there are wrong ways. How about that? The only thing you can do wrong is not pay attention to your partner. That's the only way you screw up role playing and improv. That's it. If you're not listening to them and you're in your own head and you're thinking about what you're going to say next, that's you want to get out of that habit. That's a bad habit. And we're all guilty of it. Okay, Brandon's idea, we have to hide a body. Did you kill the body? Did you find the body? You can put that ahead in the scenario, but it's kind of more fun if they figure that out while they're improvising. Because one will have to pick up on the other one. Whoever instigates that will have to pick up on the other one. Sometimes you don't even say who the body is. They decide that stuff. The most important thing is the voice. The most important thing is the
I'm thinking
voice.
of my voice already, so.
So that's all we're trying to get ahead here. So let's just say you're a couple of townspeople.
We're adventurers.
All right, be adventurers. They're in a situation where there's a dead body, and they're going to let us know, hopefully throughout the course of this, whether they killed it, whether they found it, why they have to hide it, and but they got to get this thing accomplished, so they have to work together and and each other.
Ooh.
Point. And we'll see what they do with their voices. And they're going to be both uncomfortable, and they're going to be cringing. It's going to be awful, but that's part of the fun. They're going to get outside their comfort zones because this doesn't work unless you get outside that comfort zone. That's how you
say,
improv.
fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Who cares?
Kick the bucket and fuck it.
Okay, Brandon, go.
We have to hide this dead body.
Yes. And we need to do it quickly because anybody can walk by here at any time.
Yes, can you help me move it to the right and up and down and to the left? We have to hide it because there's a guard coming.
Yes. And I think we could take it to the graveyard.
Yes, the graveyard, and there's a freshly dug grave we could roll him into.
Yes, and why are you yelling at me so loud? I don't understand. You're just yelling at me.
I'm not yelling at you. Yes, I think we should get back to the matter at hand. The king, if is found, we are going to be in trouble. We need to move quickly.
Yes, and I did not know this. It's the king. I'll try to move fast. All right, let's move fast, and I'll help you get him to the graveyard.
Yes, should I make it the hole big enough for two?
Are you gonna join him?
Yes.
Stop. That was not a yes and.
Fucked me up.
There were a couple times.
I asked a question.
Yes. So let's address that real quick. So yeah, I want to let them go because they were just doing the voice stuff and that was cool. But there were a couple where they veered off the yes and stuff. I think you both asked questions.
Yeah.
And then Rick didn't even do a yes and a couple times at all. It was just more of a conversation. But either way, that's fine. The voices were, I was impressed. Let me see if I can guess what they were. Was yours weak?
Yes.
Okay.
I had weak.
Was yours hungover?
Yeah.
Okay, look at that.
Look at that.
PD, why are you yelling at me? Oh, that was where it kind of veered off. I didn't stop you with that because that was good. You were just getting into your character thing, but why are you yelling at me is not a yes and question. You can't really respond yes and to that.
I didn't add to that, did I? I thought I was going to add to that. Why are you yelling at me? I thought I said something else.
Because you're thinking about more things now. So they've had the yes and one down. If you see from the last one, they're pretty good at that. You always want to practice the yes and to get better and better. That's just kind of one of your staple exercises. But now that you add a new element into it, it's like starting at the beginning again.
It is.
Know?
It's difficult. I tell
Right.
you, adding just this little bit
Yeah.
is change because we got the yes and a little bit. This is a lot harder than what you think it would be.
Yeah, absolutely. And now this will become easier the more we do it. What was great about that for me was like if either of you were DMing, like those are great characters you could do for like, that's a shopkeeper. He was great. He was so distinct from your own voice. You weren't doing an accent. You weren't doing any of that. It was fun. Rick's voice was more like his voice in real life, but it was still a different whole mindset of, what kind of character that would be. And if you're dealing with a shopkeeper like that, your party, your player characters are going to react differently than just a standard cookie cutter NPC, right? So let's do that with you guys one more time. So let's see if this time we can smooth out some of those distractions, but maybe not. Maybe not. That might take a while before they get past that and they're comfortable with this.
Could.
So let's see if there's any smoothing out, not asking questions, sticking with the yes and while they're doing these different voices. They're not all voices, they're personalities too, some of them. You'll see. I don't know what they drew, but let's find out. Rick, you start.
I can't believe I killed this guy. Can you help me hide this body?
Yes, I can help you hide this body. We should take it down the hill.
Yes, and we could carry it there with our pink flags in the air, talking to everybody on the way.
Yes, you're very proud, and I will help you. We need to pick up his legs. You take his foot.
Yes, and I will pull this foot this way while you pull it that way with me, and he'll kind of look like he's doing the splits.
Yes, and maybe we can make him look like he's alive, and we can make him look like he walks.
Yes, and we can take your glasses and put them on his face. This would be amazing. And maybe your shirt.
Yes, my shirt, and I will be naked. Yes, for all the town to see. And that will distract them from the fact that there's a dead body.
Yes, I'm already distracted.
Yes, and I will make you feel like a man again.
Yes, and after we get rid of this body, we can do whatever we want. If someone sees us, we're going to get in trouble.
Yes, but don't worry. I have a plan. You should yell at the top of your lungs that this man is dead, and then I will run that way.
This man is dead! Run that way.
Stop. Very good. That was very good. An improvement already. You know, not a huge improvement, but you see how the progression is. It's going to happen. It so happens so quickly. So that was good. You guys weren't as distracted. But it was also fun for me because, again, we had two distinct characters. Was yours flamboyant?
Yes.
Okay. That was pretty obvious. And it was a fun character.
Oh, it was
right?
fun. Yes, flamboyant. It's
And
fun.
you weren't mocking or any of that. You were just
No,
having
I
fun.
loved it.
It was fun.
Love it.
Was yours cocky or authoritative or bossy or
On those lines,
what was it?
confident.
Confident. Okay. So yeah, those would be all similar. And
That's why you decided to be naked.
yes, because yeah, everybody. So, but see what a difference that made in just those little things, giving us real characters, fun characters. You know,
I'm going to make this character now. I'm sorry.
Of
course,
Can you
yeah.
stop so I can roll this character up?
were they a bit cartoony? Probably, but that's going to happen with this exercise. You know, maybe in your games you don't want the characters to be so cartoony, but maybe that's fun as well. It doesn't matter. There are no rules. But these are still fun characters, NPCs that you might meet, or maybe this could be a basis for your own character. Now let's forget the personality stuff and let's work on accents. I don't know how you guys are at accents. I think they both probably suck.
Yeah.
So in real life, do either of you have any desire to do an accent for your characters or your NPCs?
I would love to do accents. I don't have any. I've never done accent work, so I've never exercised that skill.
Right.
You can try it. Whatever.
Sure.
So then I'm not going to give you an accent. Just pick one that you want to work on. Could just be simple, you know, just a standard British accent. It could be, you know, I don't want to play at a table where there's country Western accents because that breaks the fucking immersion for me. I love those accents, and I love New York accents. That's my staple. But I wouldn't put a New York accent in a D&D game. Maybe for a one-shot, something like that. But if you're playing an immersive game, it's not for me. I'm not judging you if you want to do that, but no. And they're going to butcher it. And the cool thing is that can then become the accent. If they can't get the accent right, there's no Scotland, there's no England and Ireland in a fantasy world, usually. So you're from some made-up country, so your accent is also made up. All right, Brandon, you're going to start. And let's just, again, this is going to be painful and cringy, but we can just make fun of them. Make sure you're watching this with your friends so you can make fun of them. I'll just do it in my head. So for this one, you guys are, there's a festival coming up. Festivals are fun. And you two have to design a float. Or do you want to just do the parade?
I like a float. Let's do a float.
Sure.
Specific.
Float.
Okay. So yeah, they're going to figure out a float for whatever they decide it's going to be. And but the main thing is letting them just play with their accents. So I'm not going to worry too much if they veer off the yes and or ask questions or make those mistakes for now, although they should be getting better at that, and they are. And Brandon's going to start this one because it's his turn. Go, Brandon.
Terrible start.
They're already so self-conscious. Delicious. Watch them squirm.
This is not offensive at all.
I don't get offended, so it won't be to me.
I'm already waiting.
Look at him. He's already. You know what I mean? Like
It's like a
that,
start.
Just it's like getting a kid to jump in the pool.
Do my dad didn't just toss them in.
Just jump off the board.
Have
There's
a
a
beer
line
and
of
come
people
back and
behind
grab
you.
I'm gonna try it. You see, we need the. We need to choose the colors for the float.
Oh my god, you didn't do that yet? We do need the colors for the float. Let's go with green.
It's a green.
No.
Green, like the money in my pocket.
Yes, and we could totally make it like really big on top so there's lots of things for the girls to stand on.
Yes, and we should have lots of beads.
Yes, beads are good because all the girls like to throw beads. Because you know what they do when they throw their beads? They make a wish.
Yes, and wishes are very important to this festival. It's the festival of wishes to the Jinn.
Oh my god, really? The gin? Yeah, I like the gin. This is the festival of wishes to the gin. So we will make it. Maybe we should throw candy too. I like candy. Do you like candy?
Yes, candy, all of the sugars. Yes, and confectionery things like pastries and cinnamon rolls.
Yes, I would like to throw cinnamon rolls to some people. Or some people I don't like. I just feel like cinnamon roll in your face. And then we can add like roses on the side.
Yes, roses. They symbolize love. This is also the festival of love and passion. Very how'd you say sexy.
Okay, stop. I want to let you guys keep going because that was even fun, but we got to keep the video to a reasonable length. But that was fucking great for me because you saw Brandon. Rick jumped in there pretty easily with this thing. Brandon was at the beginning such a trepidatious start and just judging himself and laughing at himself and feeling self-conscious. And so it was good to just let him go. Like when they're doing that, just let him go. But you found your way to it so quickly.
Yep.
And you just went for it. And once you were just in it, it was just there. It was fucking great. I know it was kind of a Russian accent,
Well,
but it didn't.
The problem is
it's
I
obvious.
never had to actually try to do a Russian accent, and I just I've heard it before, and so my original thought was not Russian. It was gonna be like Indian.
Well, that's what I first thought you were doing. Yeah.
And that's what I was going to go to, and then it came out Russian, so I just rolled with that, and it became easier. I could hold it.
If you notice another thing they did, which this is helpful, and he didn't think about it, it just happened. But you get the hand gestures and the mannerisms because this became your thing. And this helped the voice. So you can help with an accent by, Rick's was very, what's the word? Lady, I don't know.
Oh,
He was
yeah.
playing some kind of valley girl, which was appropriately annoying.
It's perfect for D&D. Ew.
Let's do another one while you're in the zone. Different accent, both of you.
Oh, shit.
I know.
You just
That was
got-
so good.
But that's but see, you have confidence because you both were great. So the more you do it, I just want to build more confidence because you want to then they have it's a good day. Now they'll be less judgmental of themselves the next time they do this and so on and so forth. So pick two different accents and same scenario makes no difference. Different flow, whatever. Rick, you start.
Oh, you've been ready more than me. Let's all get this fruit going for the whole Mardi Gras celebration, yeah?
Yeah, that's the same.
Pick it up, mon ami. Were you going to do that one? Are you going to do Gambit too?
No.
Yeah, so the float, we need to get the float with the thing and the wheels and the thing and oh jeez.
Yes, and the wheels will help move it forward, yes, man. And then we get the wieners going on there, and we give the old crawdads out there, because everyone likes the crawdads.
Yes, and the crawdads, yes, and all of the seafood, the fishing poles because people love to fish too.
Yes, and the fishing poles, we can maybe catch some girls and bring them up here for us, mon ami, and we can just get a couple smoochies.
Yes, and the smoochies. Yes, that's very important.
Yes.
Yes. But what we really need to do is go and that's a yes, but and
cares?
what? Yes, and
Press
what
that
we
exit.
yes, and what we really need to do is make sure that the rear of the float has a bunch. Yes, I've changed.
Stop.
Switched out. I was like, what's he fucking saying?
That's the problem. I have the Russian came so fast and easy for me. And
This one was good too. I don't know what it was, but it didn't matter. So that was fun. That was great. Again, because of the distraction, we are losing a bit of the yes and. They're not listening to each other because they're so in their heads about their accent, which is absolutely what's going to happen, and it should happen. It absolutely should happen. This yes and for this kind of exercise is just so you have a little bit of a boundaries to play in. So this isn't more about the yes and as it is about just being able to do the accents. If you'll notice, you, as opposed to the Russian one, you kept dropping this off a little bit and then you pick it back up and then you'd stay with it. What accent were you doing?
what I wanted to do was like Cockney, but it ended up kind of going into like Scottish with the rolled R's. But I don't know how to like do Cockney. But that's what I wanted to do. But
Okay. It wasn't either one of those in any way, shape, or form. But that's what's cool because it was an accent. It's a fantasy character accent. And if that's your character's accent, that's great. You know what I mean?
It
You're
doesn't
not,
have
then,
to be anything.
no, you're taking the pressure off yourself as well by being like, oh, my Cockney's going to suck. My Scottish is going to suck. Nobody's knowing. I didn't know. And I have an ear for accents. I didn't know what accent you were doing.
But Cajun kind of went
Cajun went to French. Like,
kind of Jamaican almost too, a little
It
bit.
had a little flavor of that in there. Now, I love a Cajun accent, and that's very hard for me to do. So I haven't even attempted it yet. But you just went for the Cajun thing. And again, was it a perfect Cajun accent? No. Did it suck balls? No. But it was fun. It was fun, and it was a character. And he was having fun with it. And that's the important thing. You know, we're not trying to, again, be perfect and win awards with our perfect accents. And if that is you and that's important to you, then go for it. You know, practice the hell out of your accent. But this is just creating different accents and freeing yourself up if you want to do that. I know Brandon, he will have an accent. He'll practice in the car or in front of the mirror, whatever he does when he's not, when he's home alone.
I'd fuck me.
And then he gets to the table and it just goes out the window. And I know he gets a little disappointed in that because now he let himself down. But with this kind of stuff, you just keep doing it and then he'll be able to bring this to the table. All it took you, not even, 10, 15 seconds to press on and then you hooked into it.
Right.
Both times.
You have to do
great.
it. And we're going back and forth, so he has to.
He has to,
He has
yeah.
to reply to it.
There's no exit.
Yeah,
there's
there's
no letting you off the hook with this.
And that's the other thing. You can practice an accent in front of a mirror, but until you have an actual conversation, you'll never be able to hold it.
100%. Yeah.
And this helps hold the
Yeah.
accent.
Yeah, it keeps you, so it's just something you can do to work on that. Doesn't need any long explanation, but now you know different ways you can play with the yes and to help develop character personalities, character voices, accents, whatever you want to do with this stuff. So that's today. That's you taking your yes and basic improv exercise and putting a little spin on it and throwing a little curveball to your players, and then the more you do that and the more they can work with it after they've stumbled and fumbled and they're going to just get freer and freer, and your table's going to get better and better with the role play and the fun.
You did good, bon ami.
You both
Thank
did very
you.
good. You're very proud of yourselves.
Very good.
But sometimes they can suck.
Ew.
So we're going to continue this series. So look for the next one. It's we're going to try to do them like every other week, but we don't know yet. We haven't decided. That's our prerogative.
And if you like it and you subscribe, then we'll do more of them.
If this is confusing to you in any way, if there's a certain point where my player has this problem, put it down in the comments and we will address it. All right, bye.